What's up guys, Scarlet here, hope you're having a good day. Today's video we're going to be talking about basically what the title says, why having two different live action Batman at the same time can work, and how it will change comic book movies going forward in the future. But for anybody new to the channel, I mainly talk about Spider-Man related news, including games, movies, TV, and as well general Marvel, some DC news. So if that's your cup of tea, subscribe, turn notifications on to stay up to date. Who do you think would win in a fight, Nightwing versus Batman? Comment down below. So with the recent announcement of the new DC slate that James Gunn has cooked up, fans are wondering how can they do two different Batman at the same time, and some are iffy on it. I did previously think it wasn't a good idea and thought that Robert Pattinson should just be the DCU Batman, and I still do somewhat agree with that and think that, but I also have gained a new perspective, which is what I'm going to be explaining in this video. So as I mentioned earlier, Gunn revealed his DC slate, and it will include a Batman film where Batman meets his 10-year-old son for the first time, Damian Wayne, who becomes a version of Robin in the comics. The last time we had Robin in a Batman movie was what, 1997 Batman and Robin, I think, and ever since then they were like, yeah, we can't have Robin next to Batman ever again. And realistically they could have, but they just had to do it the right way, but they didn't know that. But eventually we got to Chris Nolan trilogy where he was super grounded, and they made it look like, you know, like what if a billionaire in real life wanted to dress up as a bat and fight crime, and it worked pretty well. And we have something similar with the rebooted series The Batman that we have now with Matt Reeves. So with that being said, if we continue with this super hyper realistic Batman approach, we won't get the super cool villains like Clayface, Killer Croc, and etc. Even though I think they still could do those characters in those universes, but that's just me. But a lot of the villains in recent Batman movies are basically just humans with slight abilities or character traits from their comic counterparts, and that's fine. But since the first movie of the new DCU is Superman Legacy, where straight off the bat they're going to introduce a Kryptonian god essentially, and Green Lantern and Swamp Thing, it seems like we will more than likely get to see those more out there villains like Killer Croc, Clayface, Poison Ivy, etc. But now, for example, if let's say Clayface was in like the Matt Reeves or Chris Nolan movies, they might have had him be similar to like Chameleon from Marvel, like Spider-Man Chameleon, like that villain where he can make different faces out of clay and stuff, like again similar to Chameleon, but obviously Chameleon has like technology to do that sometimes, but same concept. And we wouldn't see Clayface shapeshifting into this big ass monster we know as Clayface, similar to like Sandman. This reminds me of a tweet I seen on Twitter. This show is so fucking hilarious. I bursted out laughing so hard the first time I seen this. But like on a serious note, I still don't exactly see how these characters wouldn't fit in a hyper realistic universe such as Reeves or Nolan's universe. I do get it to an extent, but it's at the same time like, okay, you can still do it, like it's still possible, you know what I mean? Like anything's possible, but it is what it is. But another good reason that it's not such a bad idea to have two different Batman on screen at the same time is that this can be normalized more. So for example, if the Batman Part 2 does well, which I did a video on if you want to check that out, and as well the new Batman movie in the DCU that will be featuring Robin, if these two films do extremely well, then this can open the door possibly for Marvel to start doing something similar, especially Sony, because maybe they could make TASM 3 or Raimi Spider-Man 4 happen, who knows. If you guys didn't know, it has been rumored that Sony essentially doesn't want to do Spider-Man 4 in the Raimi verse or TASM 3 because they're scared that the fans will be confused and it'll be weird and all that stuff. But I mean, like, it's definitely possible. You just have to make it very clear that, like, you know, they're in their own universe and have to like clear up at what point in time this is, like, the stories are taking place. So like if you're gonna do a story for Raimi Spider-Man 4 that takes place before No Way Home, so like a prelude to No Way Home, you have to make it clear, like announce it to everybody, this is a prelude to No Way Home. Or if you're gonna do an after No Way Home, you have to, you know, tell the fans this is going to be after No Way Home, etc. Just simple things like that, and that clears up literally all confusion. And then after that, it's up to whether or not the movie's good, and then, you know, the fans will take it however they take it. So I feel like this could be the stepping stone to possibly having like multiple different versions of characters on the big screen at the same time. But another reason I say this is a good idea as well is because while we have this angry, emo, brooding Batman that hates the world, which causes him to be Batman, we can have a Batman that's, you know, smiling, cracking jokes here and there, but when the time comes for it, he's brooding and serious when he has to be. So we can have two different Batman on screen and have that grounded approach of a new Batman, but a different take on that grounded, realistic approach. But at the same time we have that, we can also have a Batman in the DCU who is seasoned, about to find his son, create the Bat family, and we can see those more unrealistic villains that we probably might not have seen in the Nolan or Reeves universes. So essentially we're getting the best of of both worlds. I think as Batman fans, we're getting spoiled. And again, like this can open the doors potentially for Marvel / Sony to take some initiative, some inspiration to do something similar, hopefully, if all goes well. So now I'm going to pass it on to you guys. What do you think of having two different Batman on screen after the perspective I gave you guys? And who do you think would win in a fight, Nightwing versus Batman? Would love to see your opinions down in the comments below on both. With that being said, thank you for taking time out of your day to click on this video. If you are new to the channel and enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button in the middle by clicking on my logo. If you already have subscribed, don't forget to hit the bell to turn notifications on to stay updated. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you guys want more of this type of content. Don't forget to check out my latest video on the left about James Gunn DCU Chapter 1 announcement, or on the right hand side a video or playlist picked for you by YouTube's algorithm. Again, hope you have a good day. Hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time.